Good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, live in the beautiful studios of WMNN, The Man, 1210 a.m. Yes, The Man, the woman, my co-host, sister-in-law, business partner. She's not in today. Neither is Professor Keith. I hope they don't have that C word, the coronavirus. I hope they fine. I know Linda doesn't because she was at my house yesterday, and I think she has some big deal that she's doing, probably some woman something, you know. Y'all know I heard when I was out last week in South Dakota at a conference that she just filled the whole time talking about women, nothing but women. It's a woman's world. You know, and I always told her, we have this debate that it's okay. But when she just starts talking about women, this for women, and I'm not a woman, you know, I'm not mad about that, but I don't like to feel isolated when we're talking about money. I feel we talking about money, and this show is all about money, but she like to just focus on women, you know, and the reason why I say that is because when you go to the gas station, there's not a woman's pump. When you go to the grocery store, that's not a woman's aisle. You know, money is money. And most of us, whether we, you know, man or woman or child, we want to make more money, earn more money, help our money grow, and you have to spend it the same. So I really, you know, I do understand the marketing approach of, you know, for women and getting women clients. But I just feel that, you know, it's just truth is truth. What's good for you is good for me, and if it's truth, it's good for everybody. You know, it shouldn't be separated. That's the way I feel in my heart. I really do, because when I talk to a client, I don't care if it's a man or a woman or a child, I'm going to give you the same basic principles. You know, you should you shouldn't spend more money than you take in. That's it. I mean, you know, you have to save. You know, we're all like squirrels, so to speak. Matter of fact, we're better than squirrels because God gave us dominion over everything. You know, all the animals and you know, everything over the planet. So if a squirrel can save some nuts and not eat all that nuts, surely you can. I can. We should at least learn from that. I mean, you know, you work paycheck to paycheck, and then you say you don't have nothing. But did you have anything? I mean, they pay you $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 a year, and you say you don't have no money. Did they take the money from you? Who is in control of you and your money, the flow of it? No, I have to give it to the children. I have to buy this new car. You know, I have to go do this. I have to get the red bottom shoes. I have to get the clothes. I have to get the perfume. You know, I have to go out to dinner. And then you turn around and you say you don't have no money. Well, whose fault is that? If you are working, you are the king and the queen. You know, you're not a slave. They're not taking your money or robbing you. I mean, why do you need 2 cell phones? You know, I mean, why do you need direct TV and cable TV? I mean, you really I think for the most part, most of us need psychological help. Wouldn't you say, Isaac? I think most of us need some sort of couch to lay down to, and there's something deeply rooted. I mean, do we really love ourselves? We hate ourselves? Are we just, you know, we say one thing, but we do another? A lot of us, you think about it, a lot of us say one thing. It's like our thoughts are not aligned with our actions. I feel like an evangelist preacher or something right now. Those who are listening to me for the first time, this is Robert Henderson Jr. I'm a certified financial planner, certified tax coach. I've been in business for over 30 years. The president of the Henderson Financial Group. We also have the Henderson Insurance Group and also have a real estate division. Really love what I do. Been doing this for a while. We have a boutique type of financial planning firm in Miami Lakes, Florida. We also have an office in Fort Lauderdale, and we had one in Atlanta, Buckhead. But we're not right now. We moved it from Buckhead, and we're sharing an office with Larissa over there, an accountant who's also a certified tax coach over there by Perimeter Road, by that mall there. But it's we like it. We have a lot of clients, and our clients actually all over the country. They're not just in Florida. We probably have more clients outside of the state of Florida than we do have in Florida. You know, they say a good prophet is not really, you know, welcome. It is in his own backyard, so to speak. You know, he's nothing. So, we get more clients when we go out of the state that are excited about the information that we have than we have in the state. I guess y'all say, oh, that's old Robert. We've been knowing him. Some of my high school friends says, that's old Junebug. I remember him when he was in the 6th grade. He dropped the baseball. And they don't want to come to me because I didn't make the basket or something. Thank God I didn't pee in my clothes in the second grade. They'll be saying, oh, I ain't coming to Robert Henderson certified financial planner tax coach because he pee-peed in his clothes in the 2nd grade. Some people just won't let you go. They whatever happened to you. He used to date my cousin. I don't want to go to him, even though he's smart and everything. I'm not going to him because he used to date my girlfriend and they broke up. Well, shame on you. Because if you knew Robert Henderson Jr. A year ago and you haven't talked to me, you really don't know me because I've grown since the last year. Matter of fact, if you knew me in the 2nd grade, I'm not the same person. Matter of fact, I don't even look the same. I was skinny as a polecat. I was so skinny, man, like a string bean. By the time I was 21 years old, Lord, I think I was weighing 100 pounds with glasses on, and So my whole point is don't stay stagnant. Life is fluid. I have learned so much. If you knew me and say, hey, you knew me 30 years ago, nah, you don't know me. I've changed. And you should too. The worst thing that someone can say about you is you're the same old way. No, that means you haven't grown. You should be changing. You should be looking for change. Matter of fact, you see how the world is changing? And if y'all don't see that, man, you must be asleep. Now we battling this thing called the coronavirus. And, I said I want to know every puntilio about this virus. Yeah, that's a good word. I want to know every puntilio regarding this virus. Now, that's our vocabulary today. I'm going to tell you about that right after 8:15 break. We're going to say, what does puntilio means? I'm going to go over that with you. But that's our vocabulary. Every Saturday when I'm on the air, I like to bring out and discuss a new word. Why? Because when I was in high school, I didn't care about no new words, man. A lot of people say, Rob, I bet you were so sharp in high school. No, I wasn't. I was sharp, but I wasn't with the curriculum that they were putting out. I really didn't. That was just too practical. It didn't make a lot of sense. I just didn't know. It just didn't resonate to me in history class why I needed to know and was going to be tested on what date was Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And if I got that wrong, I got a C or a B. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. How could you judge me because I didn't know George Washington's birthday? That right there, that just, and still today, I don't know why you can get, instead of getting an A, you can get a B because you missed George Washington's birthday. You don't know it, or you don't know how high Mount Everett is, or you don't know when the Revolutionary War was fought. I mean, how's that going to really help you at Publix grocery store? How's that going to really help you when you want to buy a house? How is that going to, I know how high Mount Everest is. Come on, that doesn't make a lot of logical sense. And I'm still like that today. Really, a lot of foolishness, a lot of stuff, I don't have a lot of time for it. I really don't. I'm more geared into how can I make my life better? I don't like to just spend a lot of time on stuff that don't make a lot of sense to me. They say, Robert, you want to be in the Key Club or the H Club? When I was in high school, I said, are you out of your mind? I'm a kid. I'm going to have to work the rest of my life. I want to be a kid. I want to have a good time. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to do any of that. I just wanted to play and be a kid. And by the time I graduated from high school, man, I said, oh, Lord, okay, it's time to put it in gear and get out of here. Now I got to learn. And I'm more like self-taught. So I had to really start reading a lot of books. And I started studying history then. And I'm tell you something. I'm going to tell you something really big here. If I had the teachers that would have really, really broke it down to me, why was history so important rather than, remembering Abraham Lincoln's birthday or George or how high Mount Everest was, or when was the Revolutionary War fought? If they would have said, no, Robert, let me give you the real story on history, why history is important. Because if I'd have had a good teacher to say this and I would have got into it, I probably would have been an A student because I'd have been into it because the way they taught it and the way they still teach it today, I think it's just A lot of kids are not dumb. They're just not into it. And they don't teach the way, a lot of kids need to learn. They don't. They teach one way, one canned way, and it's one size fit all, and we're all individuals. But if they would have said to me about history, if they would have said, Robert, everything comes from history. If they would have told me that, I would have said, what? What do you mean everything results from history? And they would have said, listen, medical scientific discovery is built based on history. What happened, what worked, and how to build on it. You want to know, if somebody get a cold, now you know not to just put alcohol on it, because rubbing alcohol is not going to help cure the cold. You follow me? And they learned that because they had to try to, come up with how to cure polio and all the rest of these diseases. And they chipped in, and that's history. You want to know what has been done, what worked, and what didn't work. That's history. See, if they would have told me that's why. Law, let's think about law. When you go in front of a judge and you got a case against you, I don't care what kind of case with you. If you got a good attorney, he's going to go in there with history. He's going to say, Your Honor, the last time this situation occurred, it was in 1975. And they gave this guy 2 months probation. How can you? And he'll recite the case. Monroe versus Martinez. And Monroe was in class, and this guy slapped his face, and the guy picked up a chair and hit him on top of the head. And right now, back then, they gave him 2 weeks suspension. That's it. I mean, he didn't go to jail. They gave him probation. So now, today, here it is, 2020. Same thing happened. And now you go to court, and they want to give you 5 years in jail. Well, a good attorney, not a public adjuster now, somebody who's well-read, he would say, Your Honor, let me tell you why this guy shouldn't go to jail. In 1975, a case Monroe so-and-so happened, he can recite it, and then the judge can look and say, oh, yeah, that's the way they ruled. Okay, rule in your favor. That's history. That is history. If they would have explained that to me, why history is so important. If they would have, listen, Iraq, Iran, even Haiti. The reason why Haiti is the way it is, if they would have told me about them Haitians kick butt and became free long time ago, and the U.S. and everybody else mad at them black folks, or they've been mad and been vindictive, then I would have known why it's slow. Puerto Rico, why they don't get the aid that some countries get. If you'd have looked at the history and said, oh, this is why. When they invaded, when Bush went back to Iraq, talking about mass destructions and all that kind of stuff, weapons of destruction, that was because his daddy had a problem with Iraq. History. That's what I'm saying. See, they don't break it to you down right like a 6-year-old. That's why history is important. But I didn't know that. But now I know it. When I started studying, I started putting this stuff together. It's the same thing about money. It's the same thing about investment. Let's take case in point right now, where we're talking about a big subject has been this whole the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The middle class is just falling through the cracks. Man, stock market booming. And if you're not in the stock market, hey, man, you left out. Yeah? Let me tell y'all something. With this stock market in the last month, the way this thing dropped, 5,000 points. Matter of fact, it's 21. Let me see. The way this stock market dropped, the Dow Jones closed yesterday because it went up almost 2,000. It went up yesterday 1,985. So that makes it 23,185. This thing was down to 21,000. And last month, we was in 29,000. So that's like $8,000, 8,000 points difference. You know, it takes years. It takes 10 years to get 8,000 points. When President Barack Obama became the president in 2008, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was at 6,000. He had record time. From when he came into office, they thought that the world of capitalism, recession, real estate, jobless, they thought that we were just, it was over. But when the brother brought it back from 2008, and when he left in 2016, U.S. was in good shape. Then Trump came in and took the baton, and said that what he was going to do was change the tax laws, the tax code, and give the rich tax breaks, which that worked. Because then the rich and the corporation have a whole lot of money. They started buying more of their shares and investing in the stock market, which caterpillared the stock market from 19,000 all the way just last month to 29,000. It was knocking on the door to 30,000. But all of a sudden, this whole coronavirus came into play. Now, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I mean, I figured that the market had to pull back because I kept saying this all year and all last year. Don't have your life savings all in the stock market. It's too risky. And I've been telling y'all how I like insurance products a great deal. Now, I still like the market, but most of your money should be protected. I've been telling y'all that. I've been telling y'all, but every time the market stock go up, y'all want to buy more. Now, I've been telling y'all that. You have to diversify. And I've been telling y'all about the IUL, guaranteed annuities fixed. I don't like the variables because it costs too much and there's too many fees in the variable annuities. So I don't like nothing variable. I don't like nothing variable. I need to know what I need to know. I need to be able to gauge. I need to be able to forecast. I don't want no surprises. I don't want what I have to pay this week. This month is $900, and next month I got to pay $1,200, and the next month I got to pay $1,400. That's variable. I don't want my money when I got to pay something. I don't want it varying. I want to know so I can plan. So I don't like variable mortgages, and I certainly don't like variable annuities. I don't like nothing variable. You shouldn't either, if you know like I know, because I've been studying this stuff over 30 years. And I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't have no manager over me or no company over me, and I better say this or this product. No, I do this stuff for me first. I need to find out if this stuff is good. I'm not going to eat no bad food, or if I ain't going to eat it, I ain't going to serve it to you. And I certainly ain't going to serve you or tell you about something just because I can make a commission or I can make money. That's bad karma. And everybody who knows me know I believe first in karma. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to have a good life, you make sure you serve people and you serve them, and somebody will serve you. The greater you, if you really want to be great, serve somebody. If you ain't making no money, you ain't got no money, that's because you ain't helping and you ain't serving nobody. If the key to making money is service, okay? So if I see a homeless man or man walking around here saying he ain't got no money, I tell you right there, without me knowing anything about him, he ain't helping nobody. He's selfish and he not serving nobody. Because all you got to do is wash somebody's car, plait somebody's hair, make a sandwich for somebody, clean somebody's car. There's a lot of things you can do to get some money. Help the old lady across the street, bag her groceries, do something. But you got to serve. If you run around here saying you don't have no money, if you need some more money, all you got to do is serve somebody. And people need help. Everybody need help. Shoot. Okay, let me get back to this coronavirus and how it correlates to the stock market. And y'all thinking right now, y'all thought it was income inequality. You ain't seen nothing yet. Because when this baby dropped from 29,000 down to 21,000, a lot of y'all fearful thinkers. So let me tell you something. First of all, scripture say you can't be fearful. To be afraid is not to trust in the Lord. Now, even if you don't believe in God, ain't nothing good can come out of fear. Fear make you sick. Fear and doubt will wipe you out. And when you fearing something, think about it. Ain't nobody feeling the pain but you. When you fearing something, Isaac if I'm over here afraid, Isaac ain't feeling it. He ain't feeling what I'm feeling. I'm making myself sick. That's self-distribution. That don't make sense. So fear is really a sin. To fear is to miss the mark. You got to say, okay, I've been here before. I have some experience. I can see if you're 16 years old, 15 years old. You don't know about life yet. You haven't discovered. But how the heck is you 30, 40, 50, 60? And the worst thing let me tell you, the saddest thing I can see is a 70-year-old who's afraid. Afraid. What you afraid of? And an 80-year-old, what business or you got to be afraid? You got more time that you closer to death than you are alive. What are you afraid for? You should be chilling and laughing. I think when I'm 80 years old, I ain't worrying about nothing. If you call me trying to upset me, I'm gonna say, this too shall pass. My famous words are becoming, right now, it's just a matter of time. Just hold on. Things gonna get better. It's just a matter of time. If you're doing the right thing, if you got a good heart, if you working on something, baby, don't worry. Time is on your side. It's just a matter of time. Now, if you're doing the wrong thing now, if you're plotting and planning, if you're doing some criminal mischief, it's just a matter of time for you too, baby. They coming to get you. You can't see them, but they working on you. You don't know. Yeah, but that's an undercover agent. Oh, yeah, she pretty, but she undercover. Now, I don't mean literally undercover. I mean she undercover as CIA, FBI, all them other initials. She coming to get you. And when she get you or he get you, that's why they call it a what? A surprise. You can't see it coming. And just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not happening. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. I'm going to say it again. Just because you don't see or know something doesn't mean it's not happening. Right now, they're working on, well, probably not right now. I was going to say they're working on a summer blockbuster movie, but they probably done shut it down because of this coronavirus. But you know what I'm saying. Right now, just because you don't see things happening, that don't mean they're not happening. Now, let me get back because I keep on digressing. This coronavirus is getting ready to make the rich richer. If you ain't dead, if it don't kill you, rich people, smart people are going to get richer. I have never seen what just happened in the last 3-4 weeks. I've never seen it in my adult life. You ain't either. But I'm talking about financial. I've been a stockbroker. Listen, in 1987, I was at my desk. And I was right there witnessing the 1987 crash. 1887 crash don't have nothing on this. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 2,000, and yesterday it went up to 1,900 and went down. This thing done dropped 7,000 points in less than 30 days. Come on. Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line. You know, Carnival and Royal Caribbean, you know, they have a whole lot of different fleets that don't say Royal Caribbean and Carnival, like Celebrity and all these other, those really owned by Carnival or Royal Caribbean, a lot of different companies. They announced that they're going to shut down for 60 days. No cruises. You know what that's going to do? It's going to have a rippling effect. That stock, Carnival Cruise Line's shares, are valued at 1997 shares. So in other words, you're going back in the time. If you ain't buy it in 1997 for $14, $15, and then it rolled up and now it went up to past $60, now you got to change. It's like you're going back in the time. But if you're afraid, if you are scared, you're not going to profit. Anytime you're afraid, if you want to just sell, what you should be doing, the smart money, which I've had people call me during these past couple of weeks saying, Henderson, tell me what I could buy. What's on sale? I got some extra money. Now, those are the kind of conversations I like to have. That means that's wisdom. Because you're getting something, some of this stuff done dropped more than half price. This stuff is, man, when I say going back in the time, I mean, you look at Visa. Now, listen, I'm not trying to tell you what to invest in. This ain't no Jim Cramer. I'm just metaphorically telling you exactly, giving you an example on how the opportunity of a lifetime that we have right now. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you sit on the sideline just being a looker and being fearful, you ain't gonna come up. You gotta act. And you all that actually understand the scriptures, and you Bible people and you know religious people, you know in them words it says that you can't be fearful. You can't. There is no way to enter the kingdom with fear. So right now is a great time to plant your seed, especially if you don't need that money to pay your bills. And if you shouldn't have money in the stock market, in mutual funds, in investments, if you need that money to pay your car note, or if you need that money to live off every day or every month, you should not be in the stock market. And that's what I've been telling y'all. Y'all go to Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, Raymond James, and all the other Prime America, y'all go to those places when y'all getting ready to retire, and y'all let Fidelity and Vanguard hold the bulk of y'all money. And then y'all tell them to send y'all some money every month, and it's in the stock market. That's not financial planning. That's not retirement planning. Now the market done dropped 8,000 points. When a month comes, you still need to take money out when the stocks are low, when the shares are low. That doesn't make a lot of sense. They call that sequence of return risk. And a lot of y'all, trillions of dollars, matter of fact, $22 trillion are in places like that. If you would have had that money in somewhere where you don't care if the stock market drop, you don't care who's in political power, every month, just like a Social Security check, they're going to pay you. You got a pile of money. It's in a guaranteed annuity, or if it's in a life insurance strategy where you're going to get money every month. You don't care about the stock market, and it's not going to hurt you. The show go on if it's coronavirus, baronavirus, or shoronavirus. You still will be getting your income, and it won't affect you. I bet your Social Security check still coming. I bet you have a pension. I bet that's still coming. But if y'all have y'all money in those Merrill Lynch or Morgan Stanley or all the rest of them, like some investment house, and they're just telling you to put your money in here into these investments and make more money. And when you retire, what you trying to make more money for? You should have already had your money. You're supposed to be getting cash flow. Now, if you do want to have some money in the stock market, then that's a little bit of money, but you don't put all your life savings in there. I've been telling y'all you're supposed to have some real estate, help somebody with housing. That's diversification. That's true diversification. Diversification, I've been telling this lady who worked for Humana, executive. She have like $1.5 million. I've been telling her since last year, lady, you got to. She getting ready to retire next year. I said, lady, you have too much money in the stock market. But the stock market kept going up. And she's 60 years old. No, she's 61. She want to retire at 62. And I've been telling this lady, man, I hope she hear me now. I've been talking to you until my face almost blue. And I'm black. Not even light-skinned black. So if I've been talking to her until my face almost blue. She just couldn't hear me until I stopped talking. Now, the action, she see that 1.5 million, ain't no way it's 1.5 million now. It's probably 700, 800,000. Now she probably going to listen to me. You got to listen, when I'm telling you principle, it's not what I'm saying. You got to look around. Now, if you think I'm telling you, since the stock market dropped so much, the people who have the money is the wealthy people. They buying, or smart people. The scared people trying to sell. Now, do you think the coronavirus is going to be here forever? And if it is, we all dead anyway and money don't matter. So there's no sense in you being afraid. You should be looking around and saying, where is the value? What could I buy? Henderson, what dropped and you think that's going to come back up? That's what you should be doing. We got to take a station break because I went overtime, man. I supposed to take it at 8:15 and talk to you about the puntilio. Puntilio means detail. When I say I want to know every puntilio about this virus, I want to know every puntilio what's going on in the financial market. Puntilio, let me spell that for you. P as in Paul, U as in uncle, N as in November, C as in Charlie, T as in Tom, I as in Idaho, L as in Larry, I as in Idaho, O as in ocean. It means the fine points of things, the details. You want to know exactly, So you want to know the puntilio of something, of a situation. That's what you want to know. Then you get the facts. We're going to take a station break. When I come back, it's 8:30. When I come back, we're going to continue. I'm going to give out the phone number. See if y'all listening to me. Now, and it's not just for women, it's for men too. Children, boy, girl. We'll be right back after the station break. Keep it locked. We're back. We're back live. Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. Having church up in here since I don't have my sister-in-law business partner, Linda V. Harris, to interrupt me and talk about women and financial planning. You know, I don't have Professor Keith here. I can just wild out, so to speak, and tell y'all the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So what does it mean? And what's going on? Let's look at the big picture. Think about this. Let's analyze this and diagnose this thing. What's happening? So the coronavirus hit down. It says, it's 2,000 people. 2,000 plus that have the coronavirus cases that's in the U.S. Now, everybody's not going to die from this thing, It's not like you get it and all of a sudden you drop dead. Everybody's not going to die. Some people are coming out of it. Tom Hanks got it. So, matter of fact, him and his wife, and let's see what happens with Forrest Gump, man. And we got even the mayor of Miami, Suarez, got it. Let's see what happens. So it's not a death sentence. It's the way you react to things. So it's amazing how, Wall Street really used the coronavirus to really shock the nation and the world and drop the stock market and the values that much. I still don't think, since we know what's going on, it's not like, it's the end of the world. So I just don't. But they say they're blaming it on the computer programs that automatically sell this stuff. Let me tell you something. That's why I call this show It's All About Money. And it really is. I don't care what you are in, what industry. Name any industry, you can best that there is some money on the line that's pushing it and making a decision based on the profits. Whether it's religion, they say you're trying to get to heaven, but where's the money? I ain't never seen a church, even little small storefront churches, that don't have a building fund. Always building, always something. They need more money. Colleges. It don't take all that money to learn something, then be in student debt. And right now, if you have student debt, man, right now, student debt is trillions and trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. People trying to learn so they can get a job. Come out here, you can't find a job, but you got that student loan. That's worse than a credit card, man. And if you don't pay that student loan, they'll garnish your wages. They'll take your refund. That's a business too. So education definitely has become a business. A lot of y'all going to school, trying to study psychiatry. What you studying psychiatry for? You need to study yourself. Getting a job in psychiatry. And a lot of people going to college and taking courses that are easy, but you got student loans and getting into debt. It's all about money. The war, whether to fight or not fight, that's about money. The defense, the Pentagon, all that's money. And they sugarcoat it. It's like going to church saying that you're trying to get to heaven, but where's the money? The preacher and building fund and a big old building, and that's about money. Education is about money. If you think marriage is not about money, Linda like to talk about women. Women show enough like money. It's show enough security. If you ain't got no money for a woman, boy, that love go out the door. She did love you. You was an athlete. You got cut. You ain't playing no more. She don't want you no more. And if she do want you, if she still have you because she can't go nowhere else, she's like a sad puppy. See, ain't nothing in there. Let me tell you something. You see a woman who not financially secure with a man, she don't have a whole lot of smiles for you. She looking like a sad puppy. She don't even wear makeup no more. You asking her what's wrong. She ain't got no money. That's what's wrong. And she don't want to lead a man because she ain't got nowhere to go. It's all about money. Medical, right? Why this health problem? Why we don't all have the proper health insurance? It's about money. Because to give you the proper health insurance, that means it's going to take away from somebody making money. War, you want to have America make sure that we're strong so nobody won't come in here and overthrow the other countries won't overthrow America. You keep you afraid about that. America spend more money in military weapons than all the nations put together. You gonna complain about that, or you want to be invaded? So they keep you with that fear. But let me tell you something. When they spending their billions and billions and billions of dollars on military, when you say spending, I want y'all to understand what's going on. Take me back to high school. What does that really mean, spending? Money ain't going in the canal. Money ain't going down the drain when it's spent. The money going in somebody's pocket. When it's spent, it's going in somebody's pocket. So it ain't bad when they spending. For some people, it's good. They want to have a problem. They want a war because they make more money. Think about it. Look at this coronavirus thing. All of a sudden, Trump just declared a national emergency. They got a $42 billion national emergency fund. The states, all the states, can put in their requests to get some of that $42 billion to set up quarantine and whatever they need to do. But that's money. It says, Trump, please declare a national emergency. And y'all just thinking about, because they care, that's money. And that $42 billion, if it's spent, it ain't going down the drain. And it's going in people's pocket. It's going in somebody's pocket. So somebody's saying yes. And y'all saying, yes, they're helping us. And it's about money. Think about it. If they really cared about us dying and everything, they'll straighten up this food and all this stuff that's killing us, that's causing the cancer and causing all these problems so we can go to the hospital so it could be more money. Oh, Lord, let the church say amen. Let me get back onto this stock market because this money thing, and I don't want y'all to be afraid. Don't be calling my office to be afraid because I can't be afraid with you. In order for me to continue to strive and think clearly, and if you want to strive and think clearly, universal law said you can't have no fear in you. I don't want to be in a boat with you and all of a sudden we spring a leak and you saying, oh, Robert, we gonna die. I'm going to say, shut up and take off your shirt and plug up that hole. Don't be telling me how we gonna die. Don't be telling me how, it's over. That fear and doubt will wipe you out. I didn't get where I am by being afraid, as black as I am in America. You got to have hope, man. You got to be positive. You got to let your subconscious mind go to work for you. Your genie, what you thinking, you got to say it so it can go and make things happen. You got to say this too shall pass. We gonna be okay. And then you don't just sit there and go to sleep. You be proactive and you make the moves. You got to ask, you got to seek, and you got to knock. Just because you don't know something, you can't just lean on your little understanding. There's a lot of great minds out here. You got to call somebody and say, I know it's something better. I know I should be doing something. I'm calling you to help me. That's the first sign of wisdom. You got to, come on, man. You got to be out. If you really love yourself and you want better, you can get better. It's promised to you, but you got to do the right thing. You can't keep spending all your money on things and stuff that fade away and get old. You can't. Now, why is it important for you to be prosperous? Because you have people that love you. You have loved ones. You have a community. When you're prosperous, the whole community, your family, everybody prosper. Everyone benefit. Everyone. Let me give out this phone line. See if anybody listening to me. Hotline. Call me and let me know if you hear me. If I stepped on your toes, Don Daly and them will be here at 9 o'clock to bring you up. The hotline number here is 786-633-5927. Call me, let me know if you hear me. I'm making any sense. Are you afraid? Are you fearful? That's a sin, You can't get have the universe, the genie, the supernatural can't help you when you're afraid. They don't want no powers of nobody who are afraid because that means you have no faith. You can't even see the kingdom if you don't have faith. You got to believe. You got to believe it before you see it. It's not you see it, then you believe it. The masses, the most people, they say, I got to see it first. Then I believe it. It's too late then. You got to see the stock market going back up before you invest in it. It's too late then. But what you've seen, what it will do, so you cannot have all of your life savings and something just as fickle as the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P or the mutual funds. You can't have all your money there. You got to call me and I'll tell you where to position your money. But right now, you can't put it on the sidelines because you got to let it go back up. When they go back up, from experience, you know not to do this again. Hotline number 786-633-5927. That's the right number. 786-633-5927. Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner. I'm getting a text from somebody here. Yeah, somebody asked me how I'm doing. So the stock market, so what's going on right now? And what do I think, what does this really mean? Think about this. Even though they're shutting the schools down, the report cards, the earnings for companies are going to be a mess. All their projected earnings, the reports, when the earnings reports come out, because the earnings reports come out every 3 months. Just like a child, when they go to school, they get the report card every semester. Well, businesses have to report how much money they made this quarter versus the last quarter of last year. They have to report it also. And it's like a child who didn't go to school or had bad grades. The next semester, it's not going to be good. So it's the same thing for businesses and corporations. Companies like Carnival, all the airlines, goodness gracious, from Delta to American, their report card is going to be bad, you know? Their report card is going to be bad. Now, since we know that, do you sell them? No. Matter of fact, since you know they're going to be bad, they still going to be flying. This too shall pass. Isn't this a great time to pick your entry points and say, okay, I want to buy some? I'm not telling you to buy Monday. I'm telling you to have a conversation and look at the wisdom of it. They're not going to always be, we're not going to have the coronavirus every year. Hopefully not. It's probably going to become something common, just like the flu. As soon as they get, a cure for it. Come on, man, the show must go on. One thing ain't going to stop the show. This ain't time. I mean, I know you're Jehovah's Witness and you say this is time. Listen, the world's been coming to an end since it started. Since it started, it wasn't coming to a beginning. It's been coming to an end. Now, we've been developing. But the world, I doubt it. I don't know if it's going to be all of a sudden we die at the same time. I don't know. But if it does, I mean, what you worrying about? It's like some people, when I tell them, listen, put this money away for 10 years. And some people say that's too long. Well, what you mean it's too long? 10 years. Are you planning on being dead? What do you mean it's too long to have guaranteed and have your money where you're going to get it back in more than 10 years? That's something to look forward to. When someone say 10 years is too long, why? You going to be dead? And if you dead, that's even better. Well, it's not better, but at least you ain't got to worry about nothing. I mean, come on. Somebody, you should want to plant a seed for 10 years. It's like planting a tree and it's going to grow in 10 years. That's too long? No, you want to plant something that you can look forward to. Retirement is not quick. That's 20 and 30 years. You don't say I'm not going to work because I don't want to wait 30 years to retire. No. All the good things take time. Don't try to rush it. Now, with the earnings report and the stocks being low, what I'm watching for is a recession. Because if the market continues to drop, then it's going to start affecting companies big time with layoffs. Already the airlines have already went to the government saying they need some help. Can you believe that? And the cruise lines. How in the world the airlines making so much money in 3 weeks if they don't have record profits in 3 weeks, all of a sudden they gonna go bankrupt? They need help. And the cruise lines, you know how much money they make? All of a sudden 3 weeks or a month, they 1 month away from shutting down. Come on, that's an excuse to say, government, we need a bailout. You and I, something happened to us, we don't get no bailout. So this how they gonna play, because I told you now, this thing is always about money. You always, crime, drugs, health, religion, marriage, love, education, you name it. It's about money. So now, the stock market, if it continues to go down, which some people really, believe it or not, want it to go down because they make money when it's going down, you bet it to go down. It's called shorts and puts. You make just as much money when it goes down, and it goes down faster than when it goes up. The rippling effect is if the market continues to go down, jobs will start laying off people. When they start laying off people, people can't pay their bills. When people can't pay their bills, I don't care how low they make interest rates, people can't buy houses. People can't pay their rent. When people can't pay their rent, then real estate values start to go down. When people lose their jobs and foreclosures start to happen, then real estate values go down. Jobs go down. All of the merchant spending, all that go down. The stock market is really the lifeblood of America because everything is corporations in America. All the big businesses are corporations in America, and they have stocks. And they view their earnings and their growth based on the value of their stocks. A lot of them have borrowed based on the value of their stocks and use it as collateral. These stocks are down. So if they start laying off people, then we're in trouble. Then this thing can go lower. So that's why you got to just watch and keep your ears open. Not be afraid, but be attentive and see if this thing, it's like the neck bone connected to the shoulder bone, connected to the elbow, everything connected. What does this mean? That's what you need to be looking at. Now, instead of having your money just sitting in the banks as this thing going down, then you want to take some positions and you want to buy some of this stuff, good quality stuff, because it ain't going to be like this forever. No. The good thing about it is, y'all should remember this word, what I'm about to say. This too shall pass. Think about it. Think about your own life. I know each and every one of us who's listening to the voice that's coming out of my mouth. I know each and every one of us have been in a jam. And we like, oh, Lord, I'm messed up. How am I going to get out of this? Oh, Lord. Come on. You remember that? Y'all remember that? Some of y'all in it right now. Some of y'all have to remember 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Remember how that was? You got out of it. It passed. Time is on your side. So cheer up. There's no sense in you getting depressed and going into the fetal position. By being depressed, I'm going to tell you, you hurt yourself because you can't get good karma. You can't get good energy. You can't get divine. You can't get a miracle. None of that is allowed to help you if you have fear and if you're panicking. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you believe, this is the secret. When you're in a jam, if you start panicking, losing it, you can't get any wisdom. There's no invisible board. There's nothing that can come in. There's no divine. There's no luck can come to you. It flees from you when you don't have faith, when you don't believe. It runs from you. You can't get a good thought. You can't get a good idea. It's impossible when you are afraid because it's a sin and it's against the positivity. It's against it. That's the secret. You wondering why. You worrying. You getting broker and broker and broker. And what you have worried, what you have feared have come upon you. If y'all don't know that, look at the scriptures. What you have dwelled on and thought on and was thinking on and worrying about, it's here now. Know how it got here? You bought it here like a magnet. If you don't want it, don't think about it. Feel good. Say this too shall pass. I'm going to come out of this. We're going to be doing, we getting ready to do this thing, Robert. Oh yeah, this is a good time. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. I'm just letting you know. That's the secret. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. And you got to be proactive. So you need to be calling my office saying, Rob, I got some money in a CD. Or I got some money sitting in a savings account, ain't making a penny. Where can I invest it reasonably so I can, plant this seed, not for it to come out of the ground tomorrow, but for it to come out of the ground in the next 6 months or the next year, the next 2 years, 3 years. Where can I plant this seed? Because 6 months is coming if you ain't dead, 3 years or 5 years coming. You want to have that money prosperous and they're waiting for you. Now, for those of you all who say that takes too long, you're going to always be broke because you don't know how the world works. You don't know how life works. You have to plant a seed. It's not a get rich quick. All y'all trying to get rich quick. I've never seen a get rich quick scheme. I've seen a get broke quick scheme. I've seen that, a whole lot of them. Let me give up my telephone number, 305-825-1444. That's the number to the office. And by the way, March 28th, March 29th, and March 30th. March 28th is a Saturday, right after the radio show, 10:30. It's 10 a.m. We're going to have a workshop at my office to explain and help anyone who works for the federal government to explain your benefits and how you can get more bang for your buck. You ought to be there. If you think you know everything, you don't know nothing until what we get ready to reveal to you. I tell you, it's going to be enlightening. It's going to change your mind. It's going to change your world. That's March 28th. That's on a Saturday. If you can't make March 28th at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, if you're a federal employee, then you can come Sunday. Sunday is going to start at 3 o'clock, right after church. You can come Sunday. It's only going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I promise you're going to learn a lot. And if you can't make Sunday, you can come Monday night, 6:30, after traffic. It's going to be at our office. So call my office. You got to register because I got to hold your seat. Doesn't cost you anything but time and effort. How much do you love yourself? How much do you want to better yourself? You can't say nobody here to help you. So you can come Monday. Call the office, 305-825-1444, and reserve your seat for the Federal Employee Benefits Workshop. Ronnie.
Good morning, Mr. Henderson. Welcome back.
Good. Thank you very much. I was hoping you were listening, Ronnie. Somebody. I don't know if anybody heard me out there, so that means the radio is on, huh?
Well, I'm always listening, and I just want to tell you, we had a fabulous show last week.
You did?
Yes, we did.
What's about the women?
Yes, sir.
You just want to call me and rub it in, huh? You so I love you, Ronnie. If Linda listening, I know you just tickled her. You just dropped the mic for her. Get off my phone, Ronnie. Hang up. Get off my phone, Ronnie.
But I want to tell you, I'm so glad you're on this morning because I'm really, really listening to what you're saying. And, I'm always listening to you not to worry too much about the market. But, today, I thank you for this session today because you're really, really giving me a lot of confidence and making me feel good about the market.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
That's what I really wanted to call you to tell you. Thank you so much. And I'm listening and I'm learning. And as usual, I'm connected. We're connected. Love you, sir. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That's Ronnie, boy. You got to love Ronnie, boy. She's just a joy for me. You see this lady, last time I seen her, she had a hat on, sporty, cool hand look, and just got a halo around her, man. When you see her, if you don't like Ronnie, something wrong with you. I'm telling you. If you don't like Ronnie, something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with her, something wrong with you. You check yourself out. But she's a very wonderful person. Her halo just shines. Okay, I see Rosie in the studio. I'm going to end the show. If, like I said, if you want to come to this workshop, if you're a federal employee, if you know someone, tell them. We're going to tell them when the best time to retire. We're going to tell them about that FEGLI. You probably that life insurance that the federal government give you is the worst. I'm telling you. So call our office, 305-825-1444. Don Daly, Rosie, they're up next. Stay tuned. If I said anything to offend you, I promise you they're going to say something that's going to uplift you and make it better. Got to go. Same time, same station. Have a wonderful weekend.